Logan Salvage Automotive here. Welcome to this week's episode. We're going to try to take this wing vent window out and put a handle back on the frame because it's broken. And a new one's like $400, and a used one's like $100, and it's not in very good shape either. The window is loose in the frame. I bought a scraper just for this, and with any luck, we can separate, pull the glass, weld the nub back on for the handle, and get it reinstalled. Preferably, I got glass setting tape for this. I got what should be necessary. So I'm gonna go grab a hammer from a chisel, and I'll bring you guys back in just a second. We'll try to get the window out. I'm back. Here we go. Let's see if we can break the glass. Wish me luck. Me again. Here's the plan. I've got it open. I've got the window out. If you look right there, you can see the hole that the post was in originally, which is this post. I managed to find it. And it goes notch forward like that, and the handle goes on with the roll pin. The plan is I'm going to take my little Dremel, clean the edge and the inside out where it's good and clean, stick it in like so, and try to get in from the back side and do a little buzz. And if I have to, file it back off enough to where the window will go back in. So let me get the Dremel hooked up, and you guys can watch me struggle. I have kind of a short cord, but it is what it is. I'm not going to call it perfect, but it's pretty good. And I ground this off yesterday. Just have to remember to put it in the right direction, which is notch forward. I think there's enough room to get my welder tip and just buzz across it, because I mean it was like braided over to begin with. It's not like there's a lot of tension on it. I just need it to be secure. You know what I mean? I might could like JB weld it or something, but with that like that, notch forward, so to speak. I put the handle on it. Opens, closes. Notch forward. You can see it's got like a half moon, like a notch cut out of it. That limits its travel so it doesn't just spin all the way around. Yeah. All right. Let me, I guess, drag the welder out and we will attempt to attach the stud. And I'm missing the spring washer for the handle, but I think I've got some drum brake hardware. It's about that size I can use. So let me set the welder up and run a cord, I guess, and we'll try to, just make it new. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, this will work. I got my welding hood. I can't see half the time anyway, but notch forward. With my finger. Pushing. I'll attempt to buzz it up. The more weld I put on it, the more work I'm making for myself. I'm going to stop. And inspect. That didn't work very well now, did it? I bonded to the frame. Kinda. Not really. That one bonded really well when I turned the heat up. I'm going to take the Dremel and try to eat away at that a little bit. And we'll try it again with the heat turned. Okay. That's again about the best I think we're going to get out of it. Let me actually lay the end of this against the grinder. Let's see if I can expose some fresh. Again, notch forward. And we're going to hope for the best here. It is in all the way. I got the heat turned up some this time. Not a welder by trade. Don't know much about welding. Can get by just barely. A lot to grind off, don't get me wrong. But I'd say I'm pretty well bonded that time. It's hot, don't touch it. I'm gonna touch it. She is one piece. Now, really, all I gotta do is take a file, knock just the highest points off because the glass doesn't come to that edge. And even though I burnt a little at the top of it off, it'll be all right. Now, get my spring washer and my pin on there. We're gonna let this cool. I'm gonna go see if I can find a spring washer to put on it, and I'll put the handle on it and leave it there for the night. So I'm gonna go look through my hardware stash, and I'll get me a file, and we'll go right across the top, and we'll just knock down the biggest parts of it. Because, like I said, I don't, there is an indent there where the rivet used to be. Let me go see if I can find a. I think I got a drum brake hardware kit in my truck, and I'm pretty sure the little parking brake pin thing has got the same size pin washer. So let me go find that. And the part I dread is putting the glass back in. Alright, so I didn't find the spring washer I was looking for, but I did find O-rings. And I wonder if I could take a little better than that. Something like this. Stretch it over and roll it to the end. If it wouldn't act as a spring washer, temporarily at least. All it does is keep tension on the handle, best I can figure. This part we're finding is on backwards. No, that's right. I guess to keep the roll pin from back out, let me go grab the roll pin. It's all that retains this handle onto the shaft. I'm going to try to start it like so. And squeeze it against the O-ring. And get it evenly on. If anything, the O-ring may be too much. Yeah, just throw the O-ring out. You can see how floppy it is. But now when you shut the window, you can flip that down. Ta-da! And I will attempt to find. I wonder if I took a smaller, thinner O-ring. Like a smaller diameter and stretched it. Like this one's way too small. If I stretched it, would it be enough to take up? No, I'll get a spring washer. I'll find one laying around here in a day or two. Cool. Now, when it comes to weld, I'm just going to grind the humps off of that. I don't know how well that'll work. I've got a file. I mean, it's not much. I'm going to try to do this with a Dremel, but at the worst, I'll get my file and do it. Let me try to Dremel that off a little bit where it won't interfere with the window going back in its channel. Oh, yeah. Not too shabby. I'm going to leave that up for now. It's all floppy because the spring washer's gone, but I can get a spring washer. Now, what we're going to do is go in the house, get the glass, clean it, and get the rubber. I'm going to tape the stuff to it so it's not falling off the whole time. Put a little bit of petroleum jelly, something, just a little something to help lube it. And we'll attempt to gently reinstall the window and then shut it, latch it, and leave it. And I just won't open this for a while that stuff kind of does its thing. And when I get a spring washer, I can open it, take the handle back off. So it's not all flappy. But now that it's attached, that makes me happy. So let me put some of this stuff up and I'll bring you guys back when we're inside checking out the glass. Oh, welcome to the dishwashing portion of this program. Which is, I'm going to take this glass, get it a little wet, shut the water off, take my little scrubby, put just a little bit of soap on it. Let's see if we can get the crud off of the edge. Then we have a cleaner window. Now these windows, let me point something out. This is not restoration quality vent window. This is a vent window you would replace if you were going to quote unquote restore the truck. You'd buy windows because the glass is damaged. It's not perfect. It's got chips and stuff in it and burnt places where I welded around it and didn't cover it. But for what I'm doing with the truck, which is just driving it and enjoying it, these windows are perfect. Yeah. Let me set up over here on the table. This is glass setting tape. I have never used it before, but they say roll out enough, more than enough, So we can always trim it later. I'm going to cut it about there. And the YouTube video I found about it was fold it in half. Make a good crease in it. And don't worry about the excess. Like I said, we'll trim it with the razor now. Now the guy I watched had an A-frame for a car window of this style, and he had it out of the car. Don't know if you've noticed, my window frame is still in the truck. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I am assuming that I need to put like a relief cut in it to help it turn that corner. I could be wrong, but that did seem to help a lot. What I'm going to try to do is cheat a little bit. And like tape this to the glass so that it's not falling off the whole time I'm trying to install it. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but seems like it would. Yeah, maybe it'll stick you to the glass itself. That'd be pretty cool. Like if we squish it. Because again, we're just going to cut the excess off. Yes. It's kind of sticking at the bottom, which is pretty cool. Not so much on the sides. Again, I've never done this. I could be completely wrong. And the guy I watched said kerosene. Smear a little kerosene on it will help it start I guess, sticking to things, like the frame, and lubricate it. Like it lubes it for installation. And was supposed to help start whatever chemical reaction occurs or whatever. If I could get it just stuck to the glass really good. Fairly good anyway. I guess the heat from my hand is what's making it stick. Don't think I'm going to put a relief cut up here. I think I'm just going to kind of mangle it together like so. I did put a relief cut at the bottom. I don't know if I should have, but I did it. So I'm just going to trim that much of it off so it's not hanging out. And think about what I'm going to lubricate it with. Let me figure something out, and yeah, bring you guys back when we're attempting to install it. Okay, again, try this at home if you want to, but it's nerve-wracking to say the least. The bunch at like Precision is using window cleaner. I'm out of window cleaner. I have dish soap. I think it'll work just fine. They're also installing the frame onto the glass, not the glass into the frame. Don't know about that. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of soap down the rubber, wipe it on good. And this is just to help me get it all the way into its position. Whether it works or not, to be determined. They're taking a rubber mallet or a dead blow to the frame and driving it on. I don't know how this will work or if it'll work, but I'll try it. I got it out once. In theory, I would be able to get it out again. Now, it says to set this corner first, which is kind of the, the thing here. Honestly. I'm going to push on the window and hit the frame. It kind of wrinkled it again. It's all gonna get cut off anyway. Any extra. I don't know if that's right. But I mean, it's damn close. I'm gonna give it a little more of a squeeze. And I swear, I think we're there. We'll go find a razor and we'll trim the ends and make sure it shuts good, wipe it off, and see how it looks. And then we'll trim the rest of it out. Something else I am out of, razor blades. I'm going to take my pocket knife here. Yeah. I'm just going to trim the ends. I just want to trim the ends so that it's not hitting the frame. And see. Oh, wow. It's in there all the way. It's a little snug at the top, but the weather stripping's a little wonky too. Yeah, she's there. Congratulations, we just saved $400 on a window frame with the handle still in it. And now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can't just walk up and open the window. And I have all this weather stripping. I ordered the rivet tool and the rivets so I could take this one out and re-rivet it and put weather stripping in it. That one I did with a pop rivet gun, and it's very loose, and it doesn't. I'm not happy with it, so I ordered the rivets and the rivet tool to do them. So in the future video, we'll take both of these wing vents out and redo the weather stripping in them. But for now, wipe off our window, our handiwork here, and trim the rest of the excess. Huh. That went way better than I expected. And I guess that stuff just kind of, as it gets hot, melts into place. And it's a friction fit, more or less. So I'm going to follow the frame. It's the world's dullest pocket knife. I can once again see how this would be far easier with it not in the truck. But I mean, works pretty good with it in the truck. How's about them apples? I still need the spring washer to kind of help with tension on the handle, but other than that, check it out. Bring you guys in good and close. Got it all trimmed out, so it's not overhanging anything. Yeah, you can kind of see the weld. Yeah, the handle's loose right now, but I mean, it's firmly attached. The glass is in good and tight. Yeah, it's got a little bit of that to it, but I think I could take a piece of that rubber and slide in on both sides. As a matter of fact, I think I'll try it right now with some of this leftover. See if I can. I may have bent it. It's a little loose, but that's okay. I'll try a fresh piece that I haven't smooshed yet. For example, if I do that, I rock it this way and get that one in. Now you morse it in place. But either way, what I'm getting at is that we got it in there. It is attached. And that is the size rubber it called for, was a 16. I probably should have squeezed that together before I put the glass back in it, where I spread it open to get the glass out. But you know what? It'll be okay. I'll trim it up a little bit and I'll leave those pieces in there. And first good hot summer day, it'll bond. It'll be okay. It will become one with the rest of it. And that'll just keep from doing that so bad. Cool. Much better. Anyway, Logan Salvage Automotive here. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this kind of content. This is Petunia, the 66 C20 on the 94 3500 chassis. And we're going to be working on her some. Power Tour coming up in June is Route 66 this year. And I think it would be pretty cool to take my 66 on Route 66. So we're trying to scrape together all the money we can, save up, and hopefully by then have enough money to cover the fuel this thing uses. But I wanted the window fixed. I want to finish my weather stripping. Seats and the console are going to get changed out. Bumper mounts need finished. There needs to be a filler panel. Charcoal canister. I need a toolbox for luggage and stuff. There's plenty to do. But I also got some 454 emblems. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them here, there, up here, or on the side of the hood. That's another episode entirely. But it's Logan Salvage Automotive. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, it just goes to show with a little bit of ingenuity and some effort, you don't have to replace it. You can fix it. And sometimes, I mean, that's the difference between a project getting finished and not. If you can't, afford to buy what you need, can you just get by a little bit, A little bit of, I spent $20 on glass setting tape, if that much, and a scraper. And did some Googling and just decided, you know what? I can do it. I have a welder. I've got the piece that fell off. What's the worst that could happen? I either A, break the window, which I would have to replace anyway to get the handle, or B, I fix it. So, anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.